Hello, everyone, and happy Monday. I hope you all had a great weekend. And if you celebrate Thanksgiving, that you had an amazing Thanksgiving with lots of yummy food and your loved ones. I am Terry True Crime, and welcome to Midday Missing, where we highlight current missing person cases that need more attention. And if you're new here, welcome to TCWT Media, where it's your home for compelling true crime and a variety of engaging content. Not everything is true crime. However, it is all within a supportive community. We produce a diverse range of shows, both true crime, non true crime, and some funny stuff. And we have the True Crime and Wine Time Show, the Hey Ho Show, Night Court, the transcripts, Women on Death Row, Dearest Mother's Darkest Secrets, Midday Missing. And guess what, guys? In the new year, we have more series coming soon. And we stream live several days a week. So make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's completely free and it'll help you stay up to date on all of our content. And if you want more of our crazy community, you can also become a channel member. To do that, all you've got to do is hit the join button. There's multiple tiers. By doing this, you not only help support us in the shows, but you also get early access to select shows. You get exclusive content, and you also get special badges and emojis. So, if you want more of that, and you want to help support us, head on over to YouTube and hit the join button. Now, today I will be covering three cases since we will not be doing any midday missing the last 2 weeks of the year, as we here at TCWT Media will be taking the time off to recharge our mental batteries and enjoy the holidays with our families. So, just want to let you know that so that you're aware, I'll be trying to cover three cases every time until then. So let's get started with today's cases. So, first up is a complex case that, guys, it is filled with strange twists and heartbreaking turns. And it's all over the media. If you're on social media, check the news, you've seen this case. So, the mysterious disappearance of 31-year-old Hannah Kobayashi from Hawaii. Now, I want to walk through everything we know so far and what we can do to help bring Hannah home. Hannah Kobayashi is a talented photographer from Hawaii, and she is known for her creativity and her love of travel. And they said she is a vibrant woman with a bright future ahead. Now, she set out to visit her aunt in New York. This trip was planned with her boyfriend, but they broke up before the trip. However, after they broke up, they decided to proceed with their travel plans because the tickets were non refundable. And they had a simple plan, okay? A connecting flight from Hawaii to Los Angeles, then on to New York. And then once in New York, they would go their separate ways. Now, on Friday, November 8th, Hannah and her ex-boyfriend both boarded the plane as planned. And once it landed in LA, Hannah's ex-boyfriend boarded the connecting flight to New York as scheduled. However, it appeared that Hannah missed her connecting flight, and then surveillance footage showed her leaving the airport. Now, I have to stop right here. I can't help but wonder why the ex-boyfriend. I mean, I know you broke up, but wouldn't you still make sure you both got on the plane? I mean, that's just my 2 cents, but as we know, my 2 cents doesn't amount to much. But I personally, even with an ex, I would have been like, "Hey, where are they?" I would have gotten off the plane, but that's me. Now, according to the Los Angeles Board Police Commissioners, they say Hannah intentionally missed the flight. However, her family disagrees. Now, Hannah's family says that she stayed at the airport that night. Now, On Saturday, November 9th, she is seen charging her cell phone at the Tashin bookstore at the Grove, which is a very popular outdoor shopping mall that's about 12 miles north of LAX. And guys, she also takes a picture there and sends it to her aunt. Also, on that same day, she made two Venmo transactions, one to a woman named Veronica with a bow and arrow emoji in the description, and another to a man named Jonathan that said reading, which they're saying appears to be for a tarot card reading. Now, they have not released the amounts of these payments, and neither of these individuals is accused of any wrongdoing. And Hannah was then again spotted back at LAX that evening. So, right in line with her family who said she stayed there. Now, on Sunday, November 10th, she is seen again at that same bookstore and she attended a book signing event for Christina Ricci's book, Cat Full of Spiders, Tarot Deck and Guidebook. That's an interesting book. She was then seen at a Nike event and appeared in a stranger's YouTube video that documented the event. Hannah posts a picture on Instagram while at the Nike event. She is then reportedly back at LAX again that night. So, very interesting. Now, early on Monday, November 11th, her family began receiving strange and concerning text messages from her phone. These messages claimed she didn't feel safe and that someone was trying to steal her identity and some other alarming statements. However, they said the tone and languages of these texts were uncharacteristic of Hannah, which led her family to question whether she was the one sending them. Now, I'm going to say right now, I've said this before on other cases. Maybe she made the decision to not make the flight with her ex. That doesn't mean something nefarious couldn't have happened after that. Okay. Now, according to Hannah's aunt, one of these messages said, I just finished a very intense spiritual awakening and that she would somehow get to New York City. Hannah is seen at LAX speaking to a ticket agent and retrieving her luggage. Now, guys, just so you know, if you miss your flight, you can rebook a flight. I've never had a problem. I've missed flights before. So I do find that interesting. Also, they say that's the last time her phone was pinged. Okay. Video surveillance shows that at around 9 p.m., she leaves the airport and boards the metro, reportedly with an unidentified man. Now, they are seen again around 10:50 p.m. near Pico Boulevard and Hill Street. And Hannah is not in good condition. Okay, guys. Now, I want you to stop and think for a second. Maybe she met somebody, okay, in the airport. Maybe he then proceeded to drug her, give her something in a drink. I mean, we don't know. So we need to keep that in mind, okay? Now, on November 11th, Hannah's family filed a missing persons report with LAPD. Hannah's father and family arrived in LA sometime the same day because, guys, those cryptic messages and no response from Hannah made them scared, suspicious, I mean, and just downright worried. The family strongly suspects foul play. And, guys, I agree with the family. Now, on Tuesday, November 12th, family stated she was seen at the Greyhound bus terminal at Union Station at approximately 6:30 in the morning. She appeared to be alone, but could others be distancing themselves from her knowing there's surveillance cameras? I mean, I'm just thinking of trafficking. They may not want to stand right next to you, but they're threatening you. They're threatening your family. You know, you shouldn't run away because they're going to hurt you. There's just a lot we don't know. On Friday, November 15th, the LAPD Missing Persons Unit issued a poster and the FBI joined the investigation. Now, for 13 days, her dad, Ryan, searched tirelessly across the city, following leads and working with law enforcement. During this time, he made a public plea for Hannah's safe return. But guys, tragically on Sunday, November 24th, Ryan's body was found in a parking lot near the LAX airport. He reportedly jumped off the parking ramp. The family confirmed that he took his own life, overwhelmed by the stress and despair of not finding his daughter. Guys, I read articles that he wasn't sleeping, he wasn't eating. I mean, he wasn't taking care of himself. He was distraught like any of us would be, right? And my heart hurts, and I have goosebumps just talking about it. My heart hurts for him and his family. And despite this devastating loss, the Kobayashi family remains focused on finding Hannah. They have issued a public statement urging everyone to continue looking for her, emphasizing that she is still missing and she is believed to be in imminent danger. Remember, guys, in one of those surveillance video footage, she did not look good. That is alarming. Her aunt has been leading the efforts, searching everywhere from hotels to bus stations, homeless encampments, and asking people across the nation to stay vigilant. And guys, as we all know, there's plenty of speculation and theories around this case. Is she being trafficked? Is she having a mental health crisis? Did she join a cult? Does she purposefully not want to be found? Did she go off the grid intentionally? And I will tell you, it's easy to go down rabbit holes and get lost in all the social media about this case. And whatever law enforcement knows, it's being very selectively shared, which is not uncommon. And maybe there is a reason for that. Okay. Or maybe it's just sloppy police work. We don't know. I like to, err on the side of hope and say, hopefully, they're keeping it close to their chest because they have leads and they don't want to scare anyone off. I'm, like I said, I like to be hopeful. But despite all of these questions, one thing that we do know is that Hannah's family needs answers. And guys, this is where you, anyone watching this, can help. Okay. If you see or hear anything that could help, please contact the LAPD Missing Persons Unit at 877-527-3247 or the FBI. Remember, you can always go to fbi.gov/tips. Guys, every tip, no matter how small, could be the key to bringing her home. And guys, this case is once again a reminder how quickly a life can take a tragic turn. Hannah's family has suffered an unimaginable loss with the death of her father, Ryan, but they are holding on to hope that Hannah will be found. And guys, I can't help but think that Hannah's got to be held against her will or having a mental crisis, because if she knew her dad died, she would have reached out to her family, I believe. And I don't know the family. I don't know that for a fact, but I can't imagine that she would intentionally do that. So it leads me to believe that she's having some type of mental health crisis, or someone's holding her, or she's somewhere where she doesn't know. So let's do everything we can to get Hannah home, but let's honor Ryan's memory by continuing to spread the awareness and doing everything we can to help find Hannah. Let's do what he can't do anymore. And we will share her flyer after our show today. please share it. Share it on your Facebook, share it to groups in California, share it to groups in New York. Let's just share it everywhere because we don't know where she is. Okay, guys. Now, next up, we're going to talk about, and I hope I am pronouncing this right, but Cieha Taylor. Okay. Like I said, I really hope I'm pronouncing it right because I'm not always good. So her name is Cieha Annette Taylor, and she is from Plant City, Florida. Yes, we're in Florida again. So she was a vibrant 28-year-old who, guys, she was young. She had her whole life ahead of her. She disappeared on February 6th, 2020. Guys, everyone described her as free spirited and a fun loving person. And her sudden disappearance has left her family and that community devastated. Now, the events leading up to her disappearance began around 4 p.m. on February 6th. Cieha was last seen dropping her on and off again boyfriend at his home. Cieha and her boyfriend had a fight and she had called a friend crying and upset about the fight. She was supposed to go to that friend's house, but she never arrived. Her 2000 black Toyota Solaris was found abandoned on railroad tracks near East Trapnell Road and Jap Tucker Road in Plant City. The car was unlocked and her belongings, including her phone and debit card, were left inside. Guys, guess what? Makes this even more crazy. Her car was still running and the driver's side door was open, and it was just a few hundred feet away from her boyfriend's home. But despite this, guys, Saya was nowhere to be found. Local authorities quickly launched a search but did not find her. The timeline raises some critical questions. I mean, first off, why was the car left on the tracks? Was it a sign of foul play or could there have been some kind of accident? Witnesses reported seeing the car shortly after 5 p.m. and it was moved off the tracks by authorities around 6:30 p.m. Thankfully, no train went through there. I mean, my first thought is someone put it there hoping that a train would hit it, but we all know that's how my crazy brain works, right? However, there was no immediate follow up at the scene to investigate why the car was there or where she might have gone. And this delay is frustrating for her family, and they all believe valuable time was lost. Taylor family, I am with you. They screwed. They screwed the pooch. So Saya's family has been relentless in their efforts to find her. They have organized multiple searches, distributed flyers, and have used social media to spread awareness. But despite this, leads have been very, very sparse. Now, another troubling detail that has added speculation to this case is that in the days following her disappearance, Saya's shoes were found on a drainage pipe near the road where her car had been abandoned, next to a telephone pole that had her missing persons flyer on it. Okay, guys, that is creepy and suspicious. And this discovery deepens the concerns that foul play may have been involved. Now, in 2024, her boyfriend, Jason Roberts, and one of his friends were arrested on charges unrelated to Saya's case. These arrests gave some hope that new information may emerge regarding her disappearance. However, guys, nothing has been announced. Now, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office continues to classify her case as a missing person investigation. They have conducted ground searches and reviewed surveillance footage from the area, but as of now, there are no concrete answers. Now, Guys, I have to say, I get very nervous and suspicious when anyone gets into a fight with a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or a wife, and then the other person comes up missing. Now, I'm not saying Jason had anything to do with it. I am saying, in my mind, he's a person of interest because you got in a fight. She calls her friend crying. She's dropping him off at his house. She goes missing. Her car is found, train tracks still running, all of her stuff inside, and it's like 200 feet from his house. I mean, let's just do one of those little things that you did when you were a kid and you connected all the dots to see what picture you get. I am getting a very interesting picture when I try to connect all of those dots. Just saying. Now, like I said, Cieha's family describes her as a kind hearted and compassionate person who would not simply walk away from her life. The family and the community, they hold vigils regularly to keep her story in the spotlight. And guys, hopefully we can get some answers too. So, Cieha Taylor's family still wants answers. If you have any information about her disappearance, please contact the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office at 813 247 8200. Let's not let her Cieha's story fade into the background. Also, I want to say, if you know her boyfriend and you know that he's involved, don't be scared. Go to the police. You can always go to fbi.gov/tips and submit an anonymous tip. Let's let's help bring her home and get her family answers that they deserve. Now, our last case today is the case of Emma Baum, a 25-year-old mother from Gary, Indiana, who's been missing for over a month. And guys, at the time she went missing, she was 9 months pregnant. Now, before we get into this case, I do not know why in the hell this is not all over the news. This is a 25-year-old mother who's 9 months pregnant. This should be all over the news. Okay, this should be. She was last seen on October 10th, 2024. According to her family, she was near the intersection of 25th Avenue and Connecticut Street in Gary, Indiana. At the time, Emma was reportedly visiting the father of her unborn child, Antoine Cordell Dante Butler. Wow, Antoine, your parents gave you some names. Okay, I'm just going to tell you, they gave you a lot of names. Now, her family said Emma did not have a working phone with her when she left that day. And despite being so close to her due date, there have been no signs of her, no hospital records indicating she ever gave birth. And guys, for me and her loved one, these details heighten their worry. It's chilling to think about the timing here. Emma was about to bring a new life into the world. For her just to disappear, it's almost unthinkable. And I can't imagine what her family is going through and the stress of not knowing where she is or if her baby is safe. I don't know if anyone watching this remembers there was a pregnant mom in San Antonio, Texas last year, I believe. Maybe it was early this year. All the days bleed in together, who was missing. And they found her and the child had been murdered along with the child, the baby's father, her boyfriend. So it is hard to imagine a pregnant woman would just walk away. Okay. You're 9 months pregnant. You have spent 9 months carrying this new life inside of you. You don't just say, I'm going to leave. Okay. You don't. Emma Baum is 5'3" tall and weighs around 136 pounds. She has brown hair and brown eyes, but is known for wearing wigs or hair pieces in different colors and styles. Same, Emma, same. She has several scars on her arms and numerous tattoos. Emma's loved ones say she was excited about welcoming her new baby, which makes this disappearance even more alarming. She's also the mother of three other children, all of whom are anxiously awaiting her return. Guys, I want you to think about that. Those three children go to bed every night wondering where their mom is and their new sibling. Think about that. Now, it took 18 days for a missing person report to be filed, officially opening Emma's case with the Gary Police Department on October 28th. That is precious time lost, time when investigators might have uncovered crucial leads. And guys, it makes me wonder why this delay happened. What was the confusion? What was the miscommunication? Or is there more to this story that we don't know? And it's hard not to speculate, but I have so many questions. Authorities have conducted several searches, included reviewing surveillance footage, combing through abandoned properties, and interviewing individuals who were in Emma's circle. One key figure in this investigation is Emma's boyfriend, Antoine, who's also the father of her unborn child. Butler was arrested on an unrelated warrant. He has been interviewed regarding Emma's disappearance, but at this time, no charges have been filed in connection to this case. Now, while researching this case, I found posts on social media from an ex girlfriend of Antoine who reports Antoine is a violent person and that he even abused her during her pregnancy. Guys, that is scary. If this woman is telling the truth, that is extremely worrisome. Now, the delay in reporting Emma missing is a point of frustration for her family. And they are upset and they argue that more could have been done in the critical early days following her disappearance. And I agree 100%. And I want to know why it took 18 days to officially list her as missing. I mean, let's be honest. A 9-month pregnant woman doesn't just disappear. Okay. But the search still continues and the community is rallying up behind Emma and her family to bring her home. And they say the Gary community has come together in a remarkable way. Volunteer groups are canvassing neighborhoods, distributing flyers, and organizing search of abandoned properties. And their dedication is a testament to the power of a community determined to find answers. I just want to tell the community in Gary, Indiana, thank you. Sounds like y'all are doing what the police didn't do and should be doing more of. Now, Emma's family has also launched social media campaigns urging anyone with information to come forward. Guys, they are stressing, and I am stressing, even the smallest detail could make a difference. Because, guys, I think we can all relate to the family's persistence here. They are holding on to hope. And, guys, I admire their resilience. In cases like this, public awareness is critical. Every flyer handed out, every post shared could lead to a tip that cracks this case. Guys, I want you to think about this. If she is somewhere hurt, she probably has gone into labor and her and that baby could be in severe danger and they need your help. So the authorities and us and her family are asking all of you to help. If you know anything about Emma Baum's whereabouts, or if you were in the area of 25th Avenue and Connecticut Street on October 10th, please contact the Gary Police Department at 866-274-6347. And if you know anything about Antoine, please share that information, even if it doesn't have to do with Emma. If you have proof that he has done something to someone in the past, give the police anything that they can use to bring him in and get more information. And our thoughts are with Emma's family as they navigate this painful time. It's the holidays, guys, and they should be celebrating this new life brought into their family. And instead, they are wondering where Emma is, and they're worrying about her safety and the safety of her child. So please share all of the flyers that we post today for these cases. Um, we can do our part by getting the word out. It may not seem like a lot, guys, but it is a lot. Not only could it spark someone's memory or say, oh, this happened, or maybe somebody say, oh, I saw that person. I didn't know they were missing. But it also lets her loved ones know, and all of the loved ones on cases that we cover, that other people care. Okay. That lets them know they're not alone. I won't get into a soapbox on it, but please let's do everything we can and share those. Okay. Now, I want to thank you all for joining me today. I do look forward to seeing you again on Wednesday for our next episode of Midday Missing. Don't forget, guys, you can join our Facebook group, follow us on all of our social media platforms to stay connected. I love that so many people send me DMs and tell me things about the case. They leave comments on our Facebook or on YouTube. I love it. So does the team. We like to hear from you. I will say to the men, not a fan of the D pics. You don't need to keep sending those. Not a fan. And you do get blocked. Anyone else, feel free to reach out. I don't mind, but let's keep the D pics to yourself. Now, remember, you can catch all of our shows on YouTube. Midday Missing will always stay on YouTube and on Facebook. But if you want to see all of our shows on YouTube, also you can listen to True Crime and Wine Time wherever you get your podcast. We also have started releasing Midday Missings on our podcast to help get the word out even more. And I will tell you, we are getting a lot of people who are listening to Midday Missing on the podcast. A lot of people don't do YouTube, and I get it. And I am just glad that we can do what we can to get that out. So until next time, guys, remember it is the holidays. Stay extra safe, stay extra observant because there's a lot of people who like to take advantage of the holidays when we're distracted and we're doing so many things. So please stay safe. Watch out for crime as always. And guys, enjoy your wine time. And I will see you all on Wednesday. Take care. See you then. Bye.